Welcome to the Sisterly Shove, a podcast designed to push you headfirst into the utterly unserious world of sports. Our goal is to make talking sports less intimidating, whether you're a rookie, a seasoned pro, or a boyfriend just trying to keep up. We're your hosts, Cass and Emma. Let's give it a shove. Hey, Emma.
Yay. Hello. Oh my gosh, your first week back in the US of A, getting to watch football at like normal times. How are you feeling about that?
It feels amazing. I used my NFL Sunday ticket for the first time yesterday, and like it honestly just felt glorious. It was beautiful. I had that multi-view. I had that red zone. Yes, I paid for red zone this year.
We are not.
It's giving rich. It's giving rich. It's giving wealthy. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It is.
You know what? I can't wait for this podcast to be famous one day, and then I can write it all off as
when that LLC is coming, like, just know, y'all will know we made it.
Y'all will know. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of football obviously played this week. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
In terms of fantasy and I guess
me too.
I'm not absolutely mad. So let's just get into it because there was a lot. There was a lot of football.
There's a lot to talk about, y'all.
Week. And we decided to do a new segment. We are going to call it Diva Down. This is where we lovingly highlight our fellow divas who are just down bad after week 2. So we are going to discuss why these divas are down bad and then also give our personal devastation grade of how upset we are that this diva is down. We have lots down this week. So
lots. Like I felt like I was getting an update one after the other and I'm like, what's in the water?
Yeah, and it continued into today. So without further ado, up first, obviously the king of all down divas is our very own Joey B. Burrow. So he exited the game in the first half yesterday. He suffered an injury called turf toe.
When I read that, what the hell is a turf toe?
Yeah,
it's so silly. Why is
it's so silly? It's so silly goofy. But it's apparently not silly goofy because he literally has to get surgery on a ligament that's like on the underside of his foot, I believe, that like connects to his big toe. So like apparently that shit's serious and he's going to miss 3 fucking months. So if you do the math there, that's going to bring us to mid-December, which is week 15 or 16. So basically, if the Bengals don't make the playoffs, like Joey B is probably done for the season. Emma, I have a feeling I know the answer, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how devastated are you?
This is a 10 for me, of course. Like, because what do you mean? The Bengals are starting 2-0 for the first time in years. And now Mr. Burrow, our king, suffers a freaky ass injury and is going to be out. Like, I'm sick. Yeah. That's all I have to say.
They cannot catch a break.
No.
But do they deserve to? Because honestly, terribly owned franchise.
Yeah.
Not to say I'm not happy that Joe Burrow is obviously I am devastated for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and that most of that offense. But like
for them owners,
get a good offensive line, get a good defense. Maybe Joey B wouldn't have to like carry y'all on his back.
Right. Every season must be
every season. But yeah, I'm also a 10. I say an 11 out of 10 on that devastation scale.
Sad.
I'm going to miss seeing him on my TV screen every Sunday.
And I saw him walking around in his little boot. Like, way to just knock a girl when she's already down. Oh my gosh, he just looked like a wounded puppy and I felt really bad. I just felt so...
Poor baby.
Anyways. Okay, moving on. I chose Jayden Reed, the wide receiver for the Packers. Unfortunately, he suffered a broken collarbone in the game against the Commanders, and he will be out for 6 to 8 weeks. Granted, you know, with the Packers wide receiver situation, he wasn't really named like number 1 or number 2, but he's definitely a heavy piece of their offense, I would say.
Yeah.
The only like maybe bright side on this is it's going to give a bigger opportunity to Matthew Golden, the rookie they drafted in April, but Cass, on a scale of 1 to 10, how devastated are you?
This might surprise you. I would say I'm like a 7.8 on the devastation scale. The only reason I'm not more devastated is just because I know we have so many weapons. Like, okay, Jayden Reed went down. Why the fuck is Malik Heath 30 yards down and tippy-toeing catching that shit? Like, crazy. We have so much going for us on the offensive side of the ball. We stayed consistent on offense after Jayden Reed left the game. He is integral in those play action plays and things like that, but I think that we can manage without him. But he is one of my favorite receivers that we have, so that is is sad to me that I won't see him for a long time.
I agree with everything that you just said. I think the only thing I would maybe give it an 8 just because for Jayden Reed himself, I know he's seeing how well his team is doing and he wants to be out there bad. He wants to be a part of it. So like vibe devastation, like I know his are low, so I'm gonna give it an 8 there.
Yeah, that's so true. But 6 to 8 weeks, not as long as 3 months. So
right, exactly.
hopefully
like, he will be back. Yeah.
So lastly, we're going to do sort of an unconventional diva down. He's not literally down with an injury, but this diva has truly fallen from grace. And that diva is Mike McDaniel. Ugh. The Dolphins lost again in week 2, which is slightly better than week 1, but overall did not win the game. Right? And not only has Mikey lost his Turkish Miami mobster glow, like
rest in peace.
I saw him in that post-game conference and I was like, what happened? What happened to my king? So not only physically,
someone get him a drink and a vape on that sideline immediately.
He's sober. Please. You can't say get him a drink.
I didn't know this.
He's sober, so you can't say that, but get him a vape. Get him a vape for sure. So not only that, but like he has I feel like he's lost his spirit. He seemed so down in that post-game and just not with it. For example, during the post-game conference, he stated, and I quote, "To win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game."
So like, right.
So it just seems like Mike has lost the locker room. He's lost the will to give a fuck. And dare I say his days are numbered there. Emma, what are you on a devastation scale with this?
This is a 9 for me. I fear his job is on the line. And I fear it's on the line even though he doesn't necessarily deserve it. I think that when Tua makes mistakes, they are the loudest, most devastating, most embarrassing mistakes, like throwing back-to-back interception type mistakes. And to be quite frank, I wish the Dolphins and that franchise would kind of just swallow the loss on that one and consider maybe that this guy is not worth starting.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I'm scared that he might lose his job, but I wish they would not fire him and maybe look at Tua. I don't know. But if he does get fired, like, I'm going to be so sad. For Mike McDaniel, I won't be sad for the Dolphins, though. That team can eat glass.
Yeah. I think, I wouldn't say I'm as I don't think a 9 is where I'm at personally. I think this is like a 6.4 for me because honestly, I think it's kind of funny. I think it's hilarious. But I would agree with your sentiment that like Tua is bad. The problem is they can't start anyone else because they don't have anyone else to start. They obviously had to do that last year and they sucked even worse. So like, I think they just kind of got to ride with Tua as of now. But at the end of the day, like you're the coach and you're the one who's supposed to rally the troops. And like I said, I think he's lost that locker room. And 100%. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, is that due to your coaching? You know, but I love his mind. His offensive brain is beautiful.
Yes.
To me, when Miami at like their peak a couple of years ago, they were so fun to watch. They were like one of my favorite teams. And I just wish we had that back. But unfortunately we don't. So rest in peace, our down divas.
Yes.
We love you and we're sorry.
We are.
But let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay. We're going to take you to the Secret Garden. Hey, a little update. Cass, how is your fantasy team doing this week?
So a little up and down here. Unfortunately, I am somewhat officially 0-2 in our #NeedThatWin league.
No.
Which is crazy because I was so confident in this team.
Right.
I do think I just had bad luck this week. I mean, Derrick Henry, what the fuck you mean you're putting up 2 fucking points?
He was unemployed. Like, I don't know what was going on.
I don't know. Maybe it was like maybe it's the yips from when he fumbled the ball in week 1. I don't know. But he needs to return back to form. And I don't doubt that he will. I think it was just an off week. But like 2 points is crazy.
Right.
And then I was also playing like James Cook and Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
I believe.
And they put up numbers.
And they put up fucking numbers, like almost 30 points, if not 30 points. So that was unfortunate for me. The rest of my team did pretty well, whatever. Like I'm a high scoring loser in that league. How about that?
Which is like, honestly, that is the worst to me. I would rather be low scoring and lose, but like high scoring, it's like,
well, the good news with that though is that you can always come back then, you know, like all I got to do is win get a couple weeks to go my way. And then I have I have a lot of points, which helps me in the
Exactly.
standings. And then in our family league, I feel pretty good that I'll be 2-0 this week.
Hell yeah.
I'm playing against the Texans defense. They're literally playing right now on that TV right there.
You got that thing on.
Of course I do. So hopefully my man Baker can just run up them points all over that defense. Yep. And then if that happens, then I win. So
yay.
We'll see. Emma, on the other hand, like, Emma, you are absolutely killing it in fantasy. Tell the people, brag.
Okay, so in our #NeedThatWin league, somehow every single one of my players decided that we are going to be employee of the month and put up generational numbers. Like, I think my starting lineup is like averaging 25 plus. I'm currently beating my opponent by 47 points, and I still have Jacoby Myers left to play. So, like, I'm taking home that win. Sorry, Austin.
She's cooking.
Yeah. Which is exciting for me because this team I kind of felt more like about. So it's nice to see that, you know what, some of these guys are actually paying off. And then in our family league, I am projected to win right now. I still have Lad McConkey left to play tonight. I need him to score at least 8 points for me to get that dub. So hopefully that should be light work.
Easy. Yeah, I think that's easy. Emma, did you make any roster moves in week 2? Anybody come off your bench? Anybody get promoted?
So not in the family league. In the #NeedThatWin league, I did put Jacoby Myers in my flex spot. Xavier Worthy was hurt last week. I kind of was like debating, do I put him or do I put Deebo Samuels, considering how well he played last week. Ultimately, I went with Jacoby. We'll see if that move was worth it or not, but yeah, that was the only move I made. Do you know how many points Deebo Samuel put up this week? I think it was like 17.
Damn, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm like, we'll see. I felt like I had like a TikTok kind of change my brain. It was like, someone you should consider. And I was like, oh wait, I have him on my team. Let's just see what happens. But
we've all been there. Right. For me, I did make some not only like moves from my bench, but I added a player. I wasn't really liking my tight end options in either league. I had Colston Loveland in one and TJ Hawkinson in the other. I was counting on those rookie quarterbacks to have that check down option. Well, I guess Caleb Williams isn't a rookie, but he plays like one. Anyways, so that unfortunately was not happening for me. And I was like, you know what? I need points and I need them now. So I decided to pick up Zach Ertz off the waiver wire in both leagues. I think in one of them, I also tried to claim Dallas Goedert in case somebody else took Zach Ertz from me, but nobody did. So I got Zach Ertz in both leagues. Period. And he put up 18 points. So basically, I'm a fucking genius.
You're a fucking genius. I will agree with you because that was amazing. I saw that and then I saw what he played. I was like, okay, Cass, big moves.
I was a little scared because the first, like, I would say 3 quarters, maybe 2.5 quarters, nothing. Like, not even a single catch. And I was like, I just made the worst mistake ever. Like, I can't believe this. I'm so embarrassed. And then he went off and got 18 points in like 15 minutes. And I was like,
and you
never doubt myself.
Never
doubt myself. And then I was talking last week about how I was like, Kenneth Walker, should I swap him for Javonte Williams? I did end up doing that. Okay. I mean, Kenneth Walker, of course, put up 18 fucking points, but Javonte Williams put up, I believe 24. So like, water under the bridge, like we're good. But like, I think Kenneth Walker is going to be one that pisses me the fuck off. Yeah. Where it's like, cause I think him and Zach Charbonnet, are sharing the backfield in Seattle. So like, I think it's going to be up and down based on the week and you're never going to know which one it is. And that's going to infuriate me.
That's how I feel about George Pickens. I did decide to roll with him this week and he put up 17 points, which is amazing. But like, it wasn't until literally the last 2 minutes of the game. And I was like, he's going to be the same. Like,
no, for sure. Speaking of up and down, Emma, did you have a bust of the week?
Girl, Derek motherfucking Henry.
Yeah. Also on my team as well. I would agree. 2 points was abysmal. And then also Cortland Sutton, wide receiver for Denver. Denver put up like 28 points. Somehow Cortland Sutton had 1 reception for 6 yards. Literally got me 1 point. Hello. Wake up. Like what the fuck?
Right.
What are you doing? Where are you? To be transparent, I didn't really watch that game closely, so I have no idea. Yeah. But just wondering where you're at.
Right. Clearly not at work. Like,
how's that bench feel? I don't think he was on the bench, but like what are you? Where are you? Where are you? But anyway. So thank you for coming to our secret gardens, everybody.
Yes.
They are slowly transforming into not my secret gardens, because in my secret gardens, everything would be perfect. But honestly, not feeling too bad besides 0-2. But optimistic.
It's the start of the season.
Exactly. I'm optimistic. I have confidence in my team.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, you guys, now we're going to talk about our week 2 standout NFL game. So this segment, we're just picking 5 of the games that we liked best. Going to go a little bit more in depth on it. Cass, which one do you want to start with first?
Obviously, I want to start with Commanders at Packers, baby.
Of course.
Let's be real, we're always going to be talking about the Packers games. Sorry, not sorry. But especially if they keep playing the way they are, like, of course we have to talk about the Packers games. Right. There is really something that just feels so special about this team. Like, when I'm watching the games, I feel differently than I've felt in the past 2 years since J Love has started. In the past, I've always just like been waiting for the shoe to drop, right? Always been like, oh no, like something bad is going to happen, really tense and anxious. I don't feel that way this year, like at all. And I think it's the confidence that like the team themselves exude.
100%.
And just obviously the defense is playing with a new energy. Like it is palpable. They are dominant. Cannot be stopped. It is beautiful to me. That's why I'm like not upset about the Jaden Reed thing. I mean, we got Tucker Kraft, who's just bulldozing through them tackles. I mentioned Malik Heath with his amazing catch. Wow. Everybody on that defense is really stepping up just because of the presence of Micah Parsons. Like our secondary is stepping up. Like
it's amazing.
I can't say enough good things about this team. Like it feels so good. It just feels different this year.
It does.
They did shut down your baby gorgeous baby girl. How are you feeling?
You know, I feel really good about having another win for the home team. Agreeing with everything you said. Feels different, looks different. There is something in the air. And yeah, my baby gorgeous, Jaden Daniels, he just really couldn't find a rhythm out there. No. I think the defense is so stifling. He couldn't just find something, which was a hard watch. As a Jaden Daniels, like, truther and lover and whatever, but, like, as a Packers fan, it was also amazing to see.
Yeah.
I think my only really comment about this game was how different Jordan Love was looking. There was a play in the first quarter, I think it was like 3rd down, like 3rd and 9. And you know what? He decides, I'm going to run the ball. And instead of like sliding into the first down, like normally a quarterback would, no. Bro decides to lower his shoulder and absolutely bulldoze into the defender and knock their ass out. It was amazing to see.
It was, but to me, that was terrifying. That was a play I was like, whoa, because obviously quarterbacks are precious. And I'm like, don't be doing no fucking Tua shit over here, okay? Don't be getting no CTE. But I think once in a while, like that got the room hype for sure.
It got so hype. And when he popped up and did his little like first down celebration, I was like, oh,
honey.
It was amazing. So like that was, what a game. I think Jaden Daniels will pop back. He'll be fine.
I agree that he's gonna be all right.
All right. Okay, the next game is gonna be the Giants at the Cowboys. And this is gonna be crazy, I think, but this was the game of the day for me. We saw a little bit of vintage Russell Wilson, and that Hail Mary to Malik Neighbors was astonishing. It was an amazing throw, just right in his little fucking bread basket. He caught it. I think Malik Neighbors is establishing himself as a top 3 receiver in the league, in my opinion. I mean, what a fucking catch. I also thought we got a classic Cowboys game where they're like up and then they crumble down at the end. Granted, they won. So like, good riddance.
But they won in the most Cowboys fashion ever.
Literally. Like, I thought there was just so many missed opportunities for them to ice the game. But for fantasy, though, I was so happy this game went into overtime because, like I said, George Pickens was invisible most of the game. So I needed that overtime bad, low-key.
Yeah, I was honestly scared because a large portion of the game in the beginning, CD had no catches, and he's on both of my fantasy teams. Javonte Williams wasn't doing shit, and I was like, no. Did I just make the worst mistake ever? Like,
yeah.
because then I had 2 Cowboys on my team, and I'm like, if they do bad, my whole fantasy week is shit.
Right.
But they ended up, getting their rhythm, whatever,
Yep.
doing their offensive thing in the second half. So it's all right. They ended up doing well. But this Dallas team, just like, come on, you guys. And it is embarrassing that like Dallas couldn't stop this offense. Like, I'm sure the Giants found more of a rhythm, but like,
yeah,
did we forget they didn't even put up double digits last week in week 1? Like,
hello.
And then they put up like, what was it, 20 points, 30 points, and had to go and force you into overtime?
Yeah. And you had to rely on your kicker.
Yeah.
I saw the freaking locker room video of like Jerry Jones being like, yeah, like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you guys should
Jerry,
still
don't get
be
too
embarrassed.
excited.
Like, I mean, you won against the Giants.
Yeah,
Swallow your pride, baby.
Don't get too excited, Jerry, lest you have a heart attack. Anyways, moving on, the next game we are going to highlight is Bears at Lions. And I promise it's not just for me to bully you. I have some important things to say. The Lions, on the other hand, did absolutely bully the shit out of the Chicago Bears. Like, so bad. They really proved a point there.
Right.
And I'm sorry. After the first 2 weeks of the season, I just really don't think Caleb Williams is the guy in Chicago. I think the damage is done.
Yep.
After spending, training camp with Ben Johnson and these first 2 games, those bad habits that he had should be starting to go away now.
Right.
Like, he is holding the ball too long still. He is not good at stepping up in the pocket. He feels uncomfortable there. He's always scrambling. You need to be able to throw the ball from the pocket.
Yep.
And he's not doing that. And I think now these are habits that he has that it's going to be hard to train this out of him, especially with all of these expectations and the fast pace of like playing these games.
Right.
So, and not only that, but his attitude has gone right back down. He looks demoralized on the sideline, which I understand when you get 50 points put up on you. But like, even in week 1, just small flashes of things that he's not really stepping up as like an attitude or energy leader on that team either. And like Ben Johnson is frustrated with him.
Yeah.
I don't think that Caleb is the guy there. And I don't know if they're going to find much success. Not this season, definitely. I don't know if the Bears front office is going to have tolerance for his numbers much longer.
And like, dare I say, the people of Chicago, when can they have a decent football team? It would be nice. I mean, at some point, you would think that we would want to have a different laughingstock of the NFL. Every week it's the Bears. Every week it's the Bears. And it's just sad at this point. Getting 50-pieced is crazy.
Yeah.
But I agree with what you're saying. And I don't really have anything else to add with that one.
Period. So I did just want to get up on my soapbox and talk shit. Sorry.
Period. As you should. Should. Okay, the next game we're going to cover is the Eagles at Kansas City, the Super Bowl rematch. I thought this game was a brutal watch for both teams. Eagles won. I was happy about that. Like, whatever. But on the side of the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes needs some type of offensive weapon bad. Like a running back. I don't know. Like
a wide receiver for sure.
Wide receiver, yeah. He has never had back-to-back season games with 50-plus rushing yards, and he now has done it twice. He did it in their first game, and then he did it in the first half of this game against the Eagles.
He's got no one to throw to. He's got to buy time and run.
Right. Like, he has nobody to throw to, and things are looking real spooky in Kansas City. So I'm like looking at that O-line. I'm looking at Mr. Taylor Swift. Catch the fucking ball, Butterfingers. Like, that's all we're asking. Yeah. You're looking old and you're looking geriatric. Damn. On the flip side, the Eagles ran 8 straight tush pushes. And I get that's their move, but like
8 straight, you're testing it.
You're
testing the limits.
You have a talented wide receiver duo, and they're only averaging 52 combined yards per game. Like, that's so insane to me, and it was just an ugly watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is insane to me as well, because you obviously have very talented weapons. Jalen Hurts doesn't fucking throw the football. Like, what is that about? Like, and you know what? I mean, yeah, Saquon Barkley is fun to watch. Other than that, boring. Bored, boo, snooze. Like, a win is a win, I guess. But like, have they gone one too many tush pushes?
Yeah.
Tom Brady called them out on the broadcast and was like, I'm fucking done with this shit.
Really? Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if next game they end up throwing a flag on a tush push, because people are starting to realize, like, I think they did a zoom in and slow-mo, and the O-line is jumping early before the ball is snapped. Like every time, but it's so hard to officiate. I don't know. I think especially after running 8 in a row like that.
Like, what? What are they doing?
I think they've taken it too far.
I agree with you.
And they're going to get some blowback on that for sure.
100%.
Doing that, I mean, possibly seeing the downfall of Kansas City, right, at least this season. Like, wow. But we'll see.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. Okay, moving on, we have the Falcons at the Vikings. Cass, let me tell you, I have never felt so vindicated in my damn life, okay? Not gonna lie to y'all, last week I was slandering JJ McCarthy up, down, left, right, on the internet, to my friends, to everybody who is like, this man is gonna bring this team to a Super Bowl. Like, right? Okay. And I was feeling so valid when he was having those horrible first 3 quarters last week against the Bears. But then bro decided to come out, have a Friday Night Lights moment, and will them to the win in the
cinematic
fourth. So I was stunned into silence. I didn't go back on anything I said.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
Like, I think exactly. And you know what? I stood on my word. I didn't delete anything. I didn't take anything back. I just thought, I think Caleb Williams is worse. So I never stopped being a hater. And then got to watch this Falcons game. And I am once again standing 10 toes down on thinking this guy fucking sucks. I am so sorry, Vikings fans, but JJ McCarthy just looks so uncomfortable and anxious, and he doesn't seem like he meshes well with the offense. I mean, you have Justin Jefferson on your team. Please throw him the damn ball. Like, he's gonna know what to do. And, like, I understand he's a rookie quarterback, but, like, Cam Ward looks better than him. And, you know, I just, like, I don't see him getting better. And these next few weeks with him being out are going to be real interesting. I don't think Carson Wentz is going to be that great either, but I don't know. It's just going to be real interesting to see. Now, being fully transparent here, I did pick Minnesota to win this game. I was just hoping that the home field advantage would help them, but did not.
Yeah, or even to improve on their week 1 performance, which obviously they did not. They definitely regressed because they couldn't come back. I was bored with this game. I was literally doing my homework during it. So I didn't watch it as closely. But Kevin O'Connell was like the quarterback whisperer, right? And you're right that JJ McCarthy was very off. I don't know if I'm like fully out on JJ McCarthy yet. I don't think we have a big enough sample size for me to say that. But this injury does for sure set him back. Like, this dude is like 22. He's the youngest quarterback in the NFL. And he's been injured more games than not.
Right.
How is that sustainable? I don't understand that, but whatever. I will say I have seen videos of Kevin O'Connell's coaching style, and I really do like it. Like, he automatically puts confidence in his quarterbacks and is nice about it and is like a person.
Yep.
From what I've seen about Kevin O'Connell's coaching style and Ben Johnson's coaching style, Ben Johnson's is a fucking asshole. Sometimes being an asshole works. Like, sometimes it does. I appreciate some positive
I agree.
feedback along with my criticism. I appreciate the gentle parenting, if you will, which I feel like is what Kevin O'Connell does.
Kevin O'Connell, the gentle parent. I love it.
Genuinely. So I don't know about JJ McCarthy. I'm not saying anything definitive about it yet, but the injury is for sure concerning that he's going to be out that long. But yeah, those were our 5 standout games of the week. Emma, something new this week. I did think that we could go through the rest of the slate of games and just give our rapid fire opinions and reactions to the games. I'm talking 1-2 sentences. Done. I know we like to gap, but this time we're going to keep it short and sweet.
Love that.
All right, we're starting off first with Jacksonville at Cincinnati.
Brian Thomas Jr., you were awful. Can't believe you were ranked that high in fantasy. Don't ever bother coming back to work.
Who said not to pick him up in fantasy? Who said not to draft him? Me.
That's right.
Yeah, he looks scared of getting hit, and that's just making for dumb decisions. LA Rams at Tennessee Titans.
Puki Nakua! That's it.
Puki!
Really. And I would say Cam Ward is looking more comfortable out there, and I'm excited to watch his development this season.
Agree on all fronts. New England at Miami. I'm going to take this one. Drake May stock is up. And y'all have my phone number. Y'all know where to find me. What did I say?
That's right.
49ers at New Orleans.
Didn't watch.
Yeah, sorry. No, did not subject myself to that one. Buffalo Bills at New York Jets. Josh Allen can do it with a broken nose. And Justin Fields week 1, propaganda.
Yep, that's it. Moving on.
Propaganda.
Seattle at Pittsburgh.
Aaron Rodgers, also week 1, propaganda.
Agree. Cleveland at Baltimore.
I think we all know.
Derek Henry, where the fuck were ya?
Yep.
Denver at Indianapolis.
I'm going to say special teams matters because what do you mean your penalty on the last kick of the game that was missed then allowed them to actually make the field goal? Right. Special teams matters. Anyways.
Shout out to Spencer Schrader, though. Second time's a charm, Period.
Cheers, man. Cheers. And lastly, Carolina at Arizona.
Both these teams were dead ass having a lose off. Thank God Bryce Young exists for Arizona because he delivered one of the most embarrassing let's try to win this game drives I've ever witnessed.
Oh my God. The lose off is killing me. I love that. I love that.
I mean, my goodness gracious.
Wow. Okay. I would say that was pretty good for our first rapid fire.
Yeah.
There were a couple that we might have gotten a little yappy on, but not too bad. Not too bad.
No,
and I love that.
Right.
No one goes. Anyways, so we're going to move on to the Pick Me segment now, where every team is giving Pick Me energy, and we oblige. So let's get a pulse check on week 2 predictions. I will say, before we get into the results, we both majorly bounced back in week 2.
Yeah,
I'm feeling great.
Yes, we did.
Also, just a reminder that we do record this episode on Mondays. Like I said, the Monday night game is on my TV right now.
Right.
So we won't be including the games that are on the Monday slate. Emma, what were the results from week 2?
Okay, before I give the results, I have to disclose something with the people. Okay. I changed one of my picks after last week's episode.
Legal.
After seeing the Bears' lackluster performance against the Vikings on Monday, I did decide to choose the Lions over them. So with that change, I had to. I couldn't be a Bears apologist anymore. So with that change, I have guessed 12 of the 14 games correctly. And Cass, you picked 13 of the 14 games correctly. And we both had correct locks this week.
Talk about a bounce back.
Yeah.
I'm feeling fucking good. I'm feeling good.
Me too.
I think we have different picks for tonight's game, or for the game that's on right now. I think you picked the Texans and I picked
the
Bucks. So that'll be, we'll see what happens with that. But wow, feeling amazing. We're so fucking back.
We are
so proud of the bounce back. Also, I think I am the only one in the actual league who, or it's me and one other person who have as many right at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Period.
So what if I win this week?
I hope so.
Good catch. Sorry.
Get a little treat.
So what if I win this week? That would be amazing. I would win $50.
Yeah.
That's sick. So we'll see. I doubt it though. Ties are so common, but you know what? Might just happen. So, as to what games we picked incorrectly, I incorrectly chose the Chiefs to beat Philly. And me personally, I'm gonna stand 10 toes behind that decision.
100%.
As I've said before, I go with history. I'm on the side of history repeats itself. And history told me that the Chiefs don't lose 2 in a row to start the season.
Especially at Arrowhead.
Yeah, so I'm fine with me picking that game incorrectly. But I do think we may be witnessing their fall from grace. I mean, I think I saw a stat that it was less than 20% of teams who start 0-2 make the playoffs. Wouldn't that be fucking crazy if they're not in the playoffs?
I would love to see it.
I mean, if anyone can beat that stat, it's the Chiefs, but
right, I agree.
We're gonna be keeping an eye on that. Emma, you incorrectly picked the Steelers over the Seahawks and the Vikings over the Falcons. Care to die on a hill?
Ugh, both these picks were just so gross. I will stand on the Vikings pick because I did think home field advantage would play a role in the game. Guess not. Aaron Rodgers, that shit was #propaganda, so bye.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think his season is done, but they did not look as good as
home.
The people were hyping them up. The people were talking Super Bowl. I'm all right, everybody calm down.
Yeah.
Everybody calm down. So as of now, again, there's 2 games we're missing from this week, but Emma, you have a record of 22-8, and I have a record of
Yes.
23-7. We are neck and neck.
We are.
So maybe we should just get into our week 3 predictions and keep this ball rolling.
Let's do it.
So, first game, Thursday night football, we have Miami Dolphins at Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are favored by 12.5.
Yeah.
Right. Bills. Bills.
I'm agreeing with you. Bills. Yeah, bye. Okay.
Bills all the way.
Then we have Sunday at noon, Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans, with the Colts favored by 3.5. I'm gonna be a little bit silly here. I kind of think this Colts shit is fake. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna have faith in Cam Ward. I did say I'd watch all of his games this season, and I'm gonna choose Tennessee.
I love that. I had a feeling you would do that. And I do think this is a tricky game.
Yep.
I will personally be taking the Colts again.
Period.
The Titans have definitely improved, but Danny Dimes is really going off. And not me having this team starting 3-0 when I was talking the most shit about them before the season started. Like, I'm embarrassed and I'm humbled, genuinely.
You know
but I do think this is a tough spot for them.
Yeah.
This could be a sneaky little Tennessee win.
Right.
Not dying on the hill, but I will be taking the Colts.
Hell yeah.
The next 12 o'clock Sunday game, we have Pittsburgh Steelers at New England Patriots. Patriots are favored by 1.5 here.
That's wild to me.
I do think that is a little crazy. You know, I did say Aaron Rodgers week 1 was propaganda, but like, I still think that the Steelers win this game because while Drake May obviously had a great game, majorly improved, he was playing Miami. He was playing the Miami defense, and the Steelers defense is going to be a whole different story. So I will be taking the Steelers here.
I am going to agree with you on that. I'm also taking the Steelers. They're kind of embarrassed last week. Hopeful they will bounce back. So they're at New England, but I'm still going to take the Steelers. Okay, next noon game Sunday is the New York Jets at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with the Bucs being favored by 6.5. I'm going to be picking Tampa Bay for the first time this season, and I'm feeling right about it, but watch them piss me off. Like, I always am having a love-hate with Tampa Bay, but I am going with the home team.
I can't believe that this is the first time you're picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this season. Welcome aboard, babe. I've been on this train. You know I'm a bigger believer. Give me the Bucs. Give me the Bucs for sure. Moving on, the next game is Las Vegas Raiders at Washington Commanders. Commanders are favored by 3.5. Great Commanders bounce back spot here. 3.5 seems
low.
Seems low to me. Dare I say. We'll see how the Raiders play tonight. Obviously, we haven't seen them play in week 2 yet, so we'll see. But I think Baby Gorgeous has a big game if he's healthy.
I agree 100% with you. I'm praying on my knees that he plays, but I'm also taking the Commanders here. If they still want to be viewed as a threat, I think they come out looking tough. So, with that being said, next game, LA Rams at the Philadelphia Eagles, with the Eagles being favored by 3.5. And I'm taking the Rams here. Philly really hasn't moved me at all this season, and low-key the Rams have. I don't know. Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua are doing the damn thing. I think they're going to take home a big win.
Interesting. And I, on the other hand, think that Philly squeaks by with a push of the tush.
The push of the tush.
I think that this is actually the first, like, really tough team that the Rams have faced this season.
Yeah.
They played Texans week 1, but like Texans were not looking good. So I think they have a tougher time than they think they're going to. So I'm gonna just pick Philly, especially, and Philly's at home. So that's always helpful to the home
It's
team.
a good pick.
Right. And then the next Sunday game at noon we have is the Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. The Falcons are favored by 5.5. Officially no longer on Bryce Young's side.
Waiting for you.
Sorry. I tried to be an ally to the short king quarterback, and honey, you let me down. I don't know where all of that progress from last season went out the fucking window. Like, where did it go? We don't know. It's nowhere to be found. So I will not be making any apologies for you. Give me the Falcons easy.
Yeah, 100% the Falcons for me as well. If I picked the Carolina Panthers from what I witnessed last week, I would most certainly be put through a humiliation rituals. The Falcons. Okay. And the next noon game on Sunday, we have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Minnesota Vikings, with the Vikings being favored by 2.5. I actually hate this matchup, especially with all the developments that have happened the past week. I don't know. I think I just have to pick Minnesota because I believe in their ability to stop a drive.
Yes, I completely agree. I'm actually surprised we agree on this, but yeah, this is the battle of the backups, and I think this is a sneaky game here. I mean, Browning looked good, but I think he was also, they were riding a high there. Like, they were at home, they were already playing well, they were on a roll. So, like I said, Kevin O'Connell is the quarterback whisperer over there. I mean,
absolutely.
If anybody can make a backup quarterback work, it's him. The Josh Dobbs effect, the Sam Darnold effect.
Period.
I think he's going to do whatever voodoo magic there on Carson Wentz.
Yep.
Not only that, but I do believe in the Vikings defense more than I believe in the Bengals defense. Obviously, they suck.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Vikings for me as well. Next game, still the noon games. We have Houston Texans at Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are favored by 1.5. So this is an interesting one for me. I was pretty torn on this one. Obviously, we're watching the Texans play right now, so it kind of depends. I'm going through a lot here. I think this is one. I'm going through a lot. I think this is one that I'm gonna have to keep you in the loop on. I'm not set in my decision here. I am inclined to pick the Jags if the Texans offense doesn't make improvements, because the Jags offense has been better. But also, if the Texans lose tonight, do I see the Texans going 0-3?
Right.
I don't. Is that necessarily a logical pick? No, but so I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of leaning Jacksonville.
Okay,
but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I am picking the hometown of Beyonce and Meg Thee Stallion. I dare CJ Stroud to disappoint me and them. So give me the Texans. And then the last noon game on Sunday is the Green Bay Packers at the Cleveland Browns. Packers favored by 7.5.
I know,
Packers,
that's right.
Baby. Give me that 3-0 start.
GPG. Joe Flacco is going to get fucking annihilated.
Honestly, speaking of Joe Flacco, is it like low-key elder abuse to have him out on the field like that?
No, genuinely. They're going to need a stretcher on the sideline.
Yeah, we need to be having deeper and more meaningful conversations here.
No, so if we really want to talk about it, no. I don't. And they put in, what's their backup? Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
They put him in at the end of the game last week.
I must have missed it when they were losing by like 35 and I turned it off.
Right, exactly. So who knows how long Joe will be playing? I don't know. But yeah, GPG, Joe, good luck. That's all I gotta say. Moving on to the 3:00 slate, we have the Denver Broncos at the LA Chargers. Chargers are favored by 2.5. I need to see how the Chargers perform this week. See if week 1 was propaganda, as we like to say.
Yep.
But this might be a sneaky Broncos pick here.
Yeah.
Division games are always a little bit tricky. So I might go with the Broncos upset.
Period. Okay, I love that. I will not be going with the upset. I'm going to take the Chargers. I'm going to take baby girl. That's it. That's all I really got to say.
Period.
And then the next 3:00 game, we have the New Orleans Saints at the Seattle Seahawks. I'm so sorry to the people of New Orleans. I don't know how you sit through a New Orleans Saints game. Nevertheless, I will be picking Seattle. So.
Yep. Seahawks. Is New Orleans even going to win a game this season? I don't know. I don't think I will ever pick them to win a game this season. Right. So I'll just take the L if they ever do win.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Next 3:00 game, we have Arizona Cardinals at San Francisco 49ers, with the 49ers favored by 1.5. I'm actually going to go 49ers here.
Okay.
The Cardinals barely stayed in the game against the Panthers, and even though the 49ers are playing without Purdy, they still have Christian McCaffrey, and albeit they played against the Saints, but they looked fine last week. So I might go San Francisco here.
So this one was tough for me because it was another battle amid. I mean, with Brock Purdy being out and George Kittle, I think, I'm going to take Arizona solely because I don't know who the backup quarterback for the 49ers even is. #sorry.
Mac Jones, and he used to play for the Patriots.
Okay, period.
He was starting quarterback and did so bad there.
Oh,
now he's the backup.
It's not changed. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with the 49ers on that one. We'll see. Okay, next 325 game is the Dallas Cowboys at the Chicago Bears, with the Bears being favored by 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm choosing the Cowboys. Duh. I'm done being a Bears apologist, as mentioned earlier.
She's been holding that title for 2 weeks and she's
Yeah.
already sick of it. She's like, no, I can't do it anymore.
Yep.
So I'm actually not, I'm not going to I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just thinking about it. I was tempted to take the Bears here just because I'm like, they've got to win at some point, right? And it's like at home and like, I hate Dallas. So maybe this week I would be fine rooting for them, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just like so embarrassing to pick them. So maybe next week, give me the Cowboys.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, all right. Sunday night football. We have the Kansas City Chiefs at New York Giants.
Yeah.
And Kansas City is favored by 5.5. I'm gonna say this is a good spot for Kansas City to get their first win of the season. Not 100% counting out the Giants. I think they showed flashes, but
yeah, absolutely.
Like I think it might be, a close game as all Chiefs games are, but I think Kansas City wins here.
I'm also gonna take Kansas City with you. I don't think they want to go down 0-3, so I think they're gonna come out looking.
They're gonna fight for their lives.
They're gonna be fighting for their lives. Yeah. And then the last game on the slate is the Monday Night Football game with the Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens, with the Ravens being favored by 5.5. I think this is going to be another high-scoring game. I'm banking on Derrick Henry clocking back into work and Baltimore getting the job done. # Lamar Truther.
Period. I'm actually going to side with you. Lamar Truther. I'm there. Yes. Like, the Lions, congrats. You bullied the Bears. Like, amazing. Ravens are a different story. So
I agree.
You were absolutely shut down against the Packers. So why would I say that you're going to beat the Baltimore Ravens?
Why would you?
I don't think you will. So, Emma, who are you deciding to lock this week?
I am going to lock the Atlanta Falcons, I think. I'm going to lock the Atlanta Falcons. I think, who do they play again? I forget.
The Panthers.
Panthers. Yeah, Bryce Young. Sorry. No. Choose
Atlanta. Sorry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might lock the Seahawks this week. They're playing the Saints.
Yep.
Whatever. I always get a little scared with this tactic though, because I'm like, the bad team's got to win at some point, right? Like it just takes one sneaky game.
Yeah.
But I think the Seahawks being this favored, and like this is a team I think is going to be up and down. So I think them playing a bad team is a chance to lock like a mid team.
I agree.
Early. So, but yeah, that is week 3.
That's week 3. All right, y'all. That is it for this week's episode. Next week, we will recap our favorite games from week 3 and give our weekly Secret Garden update. We will also pick who we believe will be the winners of the week 4 NFL slate. New episodes drop every Wednesday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube at The Sisterly Shove. Don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok at The Sisterly Shove. Talk to y'all in a week.